Commercial keywords, business website strategies, and this is part 2. We had to bring a part 2 back in because part 1 was hot, and a lot of people asked this question, and I felt like it would not make sense to just leave it hanging. So we decided, let's do a second part of this room, and let's make sure that people are in here, they're learning, they're listening, they're taking information, and we can run this up really well. If you want to get part 1, you can go to wedon'tplaypodcast.com and listen to the episode, or if you're here in the marketing club, you can listen to the replays and this part 1 for you. So this part 2 is going to be hot, and I'm super excited that we're here today to talk about commercial keywords, because these are the things that we all love. These are the things that we all need. These are the things that we all want to be part of. And when we understand what it means, it makes a lot of sense, because that way your business can thrive, your website can survive, and it can actually take a whole new leap, because you can learn a lot of things that can help your business grow. So if you have a question, if you have a comment, if you have a thought, please put the link in the chat, or just type in the chat, or just raise your hand if you want to talk about it, and we can have a discussion live in real time. So thank you for being here. Ladarelt, I see you. Said, Sonia, Oriel Lua, Keisha, Tana, and Corazon. Thank you for being here. I see you got a party hat, Corazon. Welcome to Clubhouse. It's probably day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, or day 7. So you are welcome. And I hope you're enjoying your first week on the app. And I hope this is going to be a great experience for you, and also for anyone that's listening here too. We are in the marketing club, and we have 356,601 members. You're welcome, Curzon. Appreciate you for the comment in the chat. We are so many people in here. So we learn a lot, we do a lot, we talk a lot, we think a lot, and we make sure that what you're thinking is being done, and you're not just passively thinking, but you're actively thinking. So I wanted to make sure that we can talk about this today and have a discussion about these topics, especially in the area of what we discuss and why we discuss these things. So if you have a question, please feel free to raise your hand, because I'm going to go right into it, but I want to make sure I can answer your question. I see Sed is in the building. What's up, Sed? Good to see you, man. How are you doing?
How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. Long time. Welcome back.
Sure. But I have a question, especially me, is about the SEO. And my question is more about AI. Do you think AI today, with every agent we see, going to kill or going to change the SEO world?
When you talk about AI and SEO, are you asking if AI is going to change how SEO is going to be?
Yes, something like this, because people are getting a little bit afraid the way you see AI doing stuff. So
Good question, and I'm going to answer it so that anyone that's doubting this can get to see exactly what's happening. So SEO is, for those who don't know what SEO is search engine optimization. It's just another way of saying, and I was telling this to a client earlier today, I was saying that if you have a plot of land, you can decide what you want to build on that land. You can either start a farm, you can start a warehouse, you can start a factory, you can start a real estate business, you can do an Airbnb. Whatever you put on that plot of land is what that land is going to be. So SEO is technically seeding, SEED, seeding content that contextually is going to match the search algorithm based on how people search for your content. I always say content is king and context is queen. So to your question about AI, Said, AI has literally exposed SEO, meaning that whoever is not doing SEO correctly is going to be left behind. It's going to be pretty much obsolete very soon, or maybe extinct by now. Because when we talk about AI and SEO, people separate the two, which is technically okay. But at the end of the day, you have to know, where do you fall in? How do you create those maps for yourself? Good to see you, Marsha. It's been a minute. Thanks for being here. Good to see you as well. Steve, Life, Camille, Megan, and Lil. Thanks for being here too. So AI and SEO are one and the same thing, in that AI is full of prompting. It's full of sequencing, it's full of programming, it's full of engineering. There are a lot of things that you do with AI that you don't need to do by yourself because AI can do it for you, right? But with SEO, it's not going anywhere. If your website does not have any SEO elements, trust me, AI is not going to pick it up. Why? Because if you say, oh, I don't need SEO because I use AI, guess what? AI needs SEO to thrive. SEO is structure. You can't live in a house that has no structure. If your house is leaking, if your roof is leaking, if your water is leaking, you can't really enjoy that house because the household is on fire, is under siege, is under stress, is under distress. So if you're going to think about AI and ignore SEO, then you have another thing coming, because SEO right now is at its most mature stage. And people say, is SEO dead? It's not dead. It's more than alive today than it was before. Because when you go to AI today, whether it's ChatGPT, whether it's Cloud, Gemini, Manus, Perplexity, name them. They're all out there. DeepSeek, Kimi, there are many out there. If you go to any of these sources and you're looking for something, if you used AI today, whatever you got as a result in your AI response is coming from SEO, because the structured part of SEO is what you call schema. And that's what a lot of websites don't do. Schema, SCHEMA. You can Google that. Schema markup. What does that mean? It's just another way of saying that you have micro data or microdata that is instilled, integrated, infused into your website that gives insight about what people are talking about or what they need based on what they're searching for. So for instance, if you're looking for cake recipes, if my website has schema and I've put recipes down, then that's going to allow me to get the right response. Because if I'm looking for ingredients on how to bake a cake and I have a YouTube video, that YouTube video is embedded within a website that has a blog talking about the steps, their listicles, their FAQs, their images, their infographics. There are things that can allow me to commercialize my product, because I'm able to bake cookies, I can bake cakes, I can bake whatever I want to bake. I'm telling you, this is the products that I use. These are the machines that I use. This is the oven that I use. All those things are pointing back to SEO. Why? Because SEO is search engine optimization. It's like said that, oh, I don't need a car because I have a Tesla. Well, you still need to turn the car on. You still need to drive. You still need to put some electricity into your car. You may not need gas, but that car requires substance. It requires something to take out of. So when we say that, oh, we don't need this, what are you replacing it with? The question should be, what are you enhancing it with, right? We might move from gas to electric. Before you know it, we might actually start using hydrogen. That may happen in the future. Who knows? But now you start thinking about where your content is based off, and you say, okay, I'm a real estate business. I'm into food and science and technology. I'm into creative marketing. I'm into fill in the blank. All those things have different schema markups, because all those things tell you differently about what the site is about. So if you ignore and say that, oh, we don't need SEO because we have AI, AI needs SEO. And if you're not part of that AI compatibility structure, you're going to be obsolete. There's a website I want you to check. If you're listening to this, there's a website I want you to use and check. I've talked about it before, and you can check it for yourself, and it's free of charge. There's a website called isitagentready.com. Just type it that way, isitagentready.com. Put your website there, and it will tell you what score you have. You're either going to have a basic level 1, a number 2, a level 3, a level 4. So when you get to know what your level is, it will tell you exactly what AI knows about you. There are things that you'll get red marks for, you'll get green ticks for, but all those things are going to tell you exactly what AI is telling you about your site. So don't ignore AI, don't ignore SEO. If you ignore both, that's on you. But if you ignore one or the other, you're now going to be having a very long time to really pick things back up. So the answer to your question today, is AI important for SEO? Yes. Is SEO important for AI? Yes. You can't have a left hand and not have a right hand. Your left hand and your right hand work together. If you're walking left leg, right leg. Left leg, right leg. If you're putting on something, you're putting on left leg, right leg. So if you're thinking about it long term, even with your brain, there's left brain, right brain. So if you're thinking about SEO, the enhancement of SEO has now involved AI, because now AI is using SEO. When you now go to Gemini, where is Gemini getting its content from? Google. When you go to Perplexity, where's Perplexity getting its information from? Microsoft. Who owns LinkedIn? Microsoft. So everything is intertwined. You can't separate the two. It's not like Siamese twins. You have to put them all in together so that they can all make sense collectively. But if you separate the two and think that they're both going to work codependently, maybe that's up to you. But if you really want to scale, things are going to change. And I love that you asked this question too, Sted, because today I was looking at the Google Search Console for some of our clients, and there's some things that I noticed. If you go to the Search Console now on Google Search Console, which is the internet service provider for Google, just like if you're on Clubhouse, you're either logged in right here, either listening to me through Wi-Fi or listening to me through a mobile network. If you didn't have a mobile network or Wi-Fi, you would not be able to access this room at all. It wouldn't happen. So the same thing applies to your website. So on the Google Search Console, which is the internet service provider for google.com or any other Google search operating system, there's a section now that talks about generative AI, which tells you that Google is interested in AI results. So if I'm actually on my computer right now, so under performance, you're going to see generative AI. And then you're going to start seeing total impressions. Right now, it's not going to give you clicks, positioning, click-through rate, because it's AI. AI is not going to tell you, oh, click here, click here. It's going to recommend something. It's going to suggest something. But at the end of the day, it's going to tell you, here are the pages that are ranking on AI for this term, for this page, for this, for that. So when you start noticing, oh, AI is recommending this page, this page, this page, then I need to do more of this and this and that. So that way your SEO is stronger, because now you have a stronger system and you have a stronger response feedback loop. So I hope that answered your question, because I know this question is asked a lot, and I took my time to really explain and demystify this concept, because a lot of people think that it doesn't work, but it actually does work together. What are your thoughts, Ed? We can't hear you. You sound far. You sound like you're in a matrix.
Yeah, I just want to say, so
Sound muffled.
hearing, people just saying some stuff you see on internet, somebody just try to say something, and having this response you give, and that make us more prepared, and they give us, what can I say? They give us more explanation in our job, because sometimes C-level try to say some stuff even on the meeting. Everybody just we try to look at each other and somebody gonna get fired.
I get it. I totally get it, because it's like you're in a place where you don't know what's happening, and you also don't want to say the wrong thing, because you don't want to be the one that is looking crazy. So I totally
100%.
get it. Guessing or giving somebody a generic answer that may be ambiguous, and the person that's listening to you has no clue of what you're discussing or talking about. So I have seen that as well with clients. We work with C-suite level businesses, C-suite level companies, and Fortune 500 companies, and we get to see these things on a daily basis, where we're like, hey, you want to rank on AI? Okay, how is your website looking? That's the first question. They'll be like, we don't know. Then I now go deeper and I say, okay, let's look at your domain level. Let's look at your hosting level. Let's look at your website level. Let's look at your web page level. Let's look at your web link level. Now they're like, what are we talking about? We're talking about structure, right? When you build a house, you need bricks, you need sand, or you need cement, you need things that are going to put the house together in order. If you're putting a window on a wall, or you're putting a glass window next to a brick, there has to be a reason why those two things stick. If that house is going to be there for 30 years and you're paying mortgage, then you need to know exactly what you're paying for. Now, with a website, it's the same thing, because a website, let me say this way, the longer a website actually stands and lasts, the more authoritative and the higher the trust signals become. Because when you have a website, you have something called domain authority. That domain authority tells you more about yourself, so that the websites and the algorithms that are searching for you can find you in a holistic way, right? Because if you were born today, you're 0 years old, right? According to the world, right? You've just been born. When you have your first birthday, you're 1 year old. And then there's this concept that comes up and say, wait, but you were in the womb for 9 months. So why are you not 9 months old when when they give birth to you? Because you're 9 months into the world from conception to delivery. But we celebrate our first birthday instead of celebrating our conception day. But who am I to talk about that? I'm just here talking. But there are people who have this kind of thoughts that run through their minds. So it's the same thing with your website. If you bought your website today, which means you submitted your website and you actually created a website. Like we did this for a client today. We've been working on a client's website. She does photography and she got hacked. And she kind of had like a little scare about her business because now she's no longer online. She's not making the money she used to, and she wants to trust and make sure that she's not going to be duped or being finessed or being scammed. So I told her, hey, I got you. We're going to make sure that your website is looking clean, it's looking pristine, and people can find you and accessibly connect with you the way you used to be connected to. But now she couldn't find her domain, so we had to buy a whole new domain for her. So technically we're starting from scratch. But that's not a problem because we now know what we need to do. We know what not to do. So we literally connected her website today, and it started from today. Even though we connected her website to Search Console like about 4 weeks ago, her website officially began activity today because that website was literally not existing because there was no domain connected. So if you go to work said and someone asks you about AI and it tells you, oh, we don't need SEO, the budget is this, ask them. And you, by all means, ask them this question on my behalf. Ask them, if you were to decide on a big executive decision today on where to get visibility from, especially for AI, you can ask them this, would they run ads first or would they hire an SEO team first? More likely than not, they're going to say they're going to run ads because they'll say SEO is not needed because who needs SEO in 2026? That's going to be the conception. That's going to be the misconception. Now, when I look at it from a further lens looking down, if you're spending $1,000 a day, or even if it's $1 a day, that's $1 you could have saved. That's $1,000 you could have saved. Because if you now spend $1,000 on SEO or $5,000 on SEO or $10,000 on SEO that you've spent in a month running ads, the day you stop running those ads is the day you stop becoming relevant. Is the day you stop becoming a person or I can even say a reference of influence. So if you invest in that SEO, tell them this, that SEO, when it comes to web pages, this applies to blogs, but this also applies to websites in general. When you have a website for the first time and it grows, it takes 24 months for it to mature. So if you publish something today for the first time, give that page 24 months to grow, to germinate, to build, to now scale. Because one day, someone's going to look for that. And the reason why SEO is so different from running ads is because, and we're talking about commercial keywords, because if you run ads today and you're looking for a plumber near me, or you're looking for a restaurant near me, or you're looking for best hotels near me, or looking for cheap flights, whatever it is you're looking for. Like today's Tuesday. Tuesday is always the best day to buy flight tickets. If you want to buy airline tickets, Tuesday is always the best day. Don't ask me why, do your research too. But this is what I know, especially at night. So if you start thinking about pricing, you start realizing, oh, on Friday is maybe $2 or $3 more. You may not really see it because psychologically it didn't register. But because you've run ads consistently, now you're getting that hit on a Sunday morning or on a Saturday evening or a Friday morning because something is happening around that time. SEO is highly season based because nobody's searching for Black Friday deals right now. But trust me, in the next, 3 months from now, everyone's going to be talking about Black Friday. Everyone's going to start running ads about Black Friday. But right now, Black Friday does not look like Black Friday. People are caring about Labor Day, about Halloween. They're thinking about Thanksgiving before they even think about Black Friday. But if you decided to say, okay, we're going to talk about Black Friday today and put that seed in the ground, that is, i.e. the internet, and you now put that on your website, your website.com/black-friday-deals, The day that you want to run ads in those Black Friday deals, you'll be making more money than you trying to create Black Friday deals the day of, or the week of, or the month of. So when you start thinking about SEO, think about SEO as a way to plant a seed that you're going to need in the future. When you invest in index funds, when you invest in property, when you invest in Bitcoin, when you invest in whatever you're investing in, is you're investing for a rainy day. You're investing for a day that will come that you would have saved for, that you wouldn't have to work the same amount of energy or put the same amount of energy that you did before. So that's what SEO is. Commercial keywords in place is the same thing too. If you have a website, your website should have purchase, buy now, best products, this versus that. Because people are going to be commercially looking for your product. Even though you haven't put your product out there right now, someone else is looking for your product today. The only way you're going to know that that product is in demand or on demand is if you put that link out, if you run that ad today, if you send out that email. So ask the people that are in your job, in your corporate environment, and ask them, what do they know about AI? Because everyone knows, oh, AI is ChatGPT, and that's the last thing or the first thing they know. And then you wonder why you're having conversations that are going crazy, because no one has that surface level all the way to a deep knowledge understanding of what the platform is giving. So that's why I always talk about these things. And I'm so happy you asked this question, said, because a lot of people are confused. They're not sure. They're just going with the wind. They're just going with the flow. They're going to YouTube University, whatever anyone says, they pick up and go. Yet you've not done your own due diligence to research and ask yourself, am I really following the crowd, or am I leading a crowd? Am I setting the trend, or am I being a trendsetter, or am I just being here for being here's sake? So those questions are important to ask, but also don't leave those questions unanswered, because the more you leave more questions unanswered, the more stressful they get. So we'd love to hear your thoughts on this, because you asked a really great question, and I hope that this helped you gain some more insight, because a lot of people are really confused about this topic.
Oh, I have a multiple question to ask you.
Let's
Maybe
go.
that. Yeah, I have a lot of questions, but the thing of you mentioned something like very important today. When you say about a website, where we already know we know WordPress is one of our, what can I say, our best on, say SEO. But the way people using vibe coding, and do you think if you have like a customer come to you, hey, I'm an owner and I try to vibe code my own website, and the script looks like you never see a script like, I don't know, made by AI is very different than other scripts. So how is gonna be your approach about this kind of, this kind of situation?
Now with vibe coding, it's a whole different ball game, because like you mentioned, WordPress is
Yeah.
traditional, right? And when you look at all these large companies, billion-dollar companies, they're most times, let me even give you some stats, government, medical, whatever it is, any big website you see out there, 43%, and please do your research, guys, because I do mine and I like you to do yours. I would love you to do your own research too, but I'm just giving you guys a seed, the starter kit to get started. 43% of websites in the world today are built on WordPress. There are 1.1 billion websites today in our World Wide Web on planet Earth. There are 1.1 billion websites in the world, and 43% of these websites are built on WordPress. Now, when you talk about vibe coding, it's very new. That's a completely different way of building, because people use Vercel, they use all these kind of platforms that we talk about. There's Lovable, and people just website away. And it's great, but trust me, for you to show up and have a trust score or have a domain authority like somebody who has been established for years, it's going to take a long time. Very soon, there's going to be a time that's going to come that all this vibe coding is going to be a thing. And yes, people can still listen to you. People can still read your articles. People can still show up on your website. They can still connect with you. Yes, that can definitely happen. But here's the difference. The major difference between vibe coding and a traditional PHP website or a CSS website or HTML website is that these two are operating from two different stems. Vibe coding, you can vibe all day. You can code all day. You can do whatever you want, make it pretty, make it nice, make it fancy. But when it comes to functionality, performance, scalability, SEO, citation wise, otherwise, it's going to be hard to match up against what is already out there today. But that's not to say that vibe coding is not going to be a thing in the future. Eventually it will, because AI yesterday is not AI today. AI last week is not AI this week. AI literally 2 hours ago is not AI now. So it's going to be changing consistently. But if you want to start off your business and you want to start off with vibe coding and ignore the whole platform, ignore the whole website interface, then you're walking on, I can call it, let me say it this way, you're walking on huge eggshells, because those eggshells are going to keep on clanking. It's not going to sound the way you want it to sound. A lot of things will be changing. When Vercel changes, when Lovable changes, it's different. And then your website is looking like everybody else's. You don't want to wear the same clothes that somebody else is wearing. Imagine going to a store, a mall, and you're wearing, on all of you are wearing the same clothes. You wouldn't want to be there, especially if it's not a uniform and it's just outfits of the day, but everyone's looking the same. You won't stand out because there's nothing to stand out for. There's nothing outstanding about the similarities. But if you have a website and it's built on a sustainable platform like WordPress, because even within WordPress, there's Elementor, right? There is Divi, there is Cornerstone. There are different other platforms that build up that WordPress site. Compared to Vercel or compared to Lovable or any other vibe coding system where everybody's having the same codes, everyone is doing the same prompts, everyone is doing the same templates, everyone is doing the same design. So it doesn't change or make you different from any other person, but it gives you the idea, it gives you the blueprint, it gives you the aesthetic which you're looking for, which is great. But I would take that the next step further and actually build it on a surface, on a system that actually serves me. So you can do it on that platform by all means. I'm not saying it's terrible, but you're going to hit a ceiling at some point, because right now it's still very early. Eventually in the future, yes, things could change. It could get better. It could get modernized. It can get modified. But right now is not the best time to do this. You can do it for testing, but don't do it to the point where that is your primary business or that's your primary form of communicating online. Because at some point, if things change, if the system breaks down, you're paying for a platform on a subscription plan where you could have owned the whole platform plus your domain, plus your mailbox. So think about all those different stems that come together. That way you're not guessing, you're just having things that are really, really strong for you as well. Does that help, Sid?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Meta, Flev, I want to say something true, man. I just want to need some class. To be honest, like me, my background is in IT, and I'm in love with marketing and stuff. And I really want to, to really jump like in SEO, because I think that the way today, I think people are going to need more and more to be found on internet, and if you really want to give some advice about where to start it to be really, really accountable, or what is going to be your advice about that?
Is it based on where to learn about this in general? I want to get the question correctly.
Yeah, to learn about, like, you really become an expert, a really comfortable with SEO. Do you think the Google career path is a good one?
The most effective people at work aren't working harder than everyone else. They're working smarter inside better systems. Superhuman Go, from the makers of Grammarly, is the AI chat that works inside every tool you already use. Always ready and already aware of what you're working on. It's a teammate whose only job is to help you be better at yours. With Go working with you, you can show off what you do best. See what Superhuman Go can do at superhuman.com. That's superhuman.com.
Or you really, because you really need to learn somewhere.
Honestly, the question that you asked is really good. And when you start thinking about SEO in general and where it is today and where it's going tomorrow, the best way to do this is to listen to what people are talking about and then do your own research. Because you're going to hear me say something about SEO today, you're going to hear somebody else say something about SEO tomorrow, and you're going to wonder why these two people saying two different things. Well, one person may have a concept that is different from mine, and mine might be different from them, but there's a common denominator between all of them. So the best way to learn this is go online, check out the courses that Google gives. Google has free courses. You can check them out, join masterminds. I have a mastermind myself. You can find them online. If you want to listen to my podcast, it's called WeDon'tPlayPodcast.com. Check it out, subscribe, listen to what we talk about. I bring people on board and we talk about different things at different levels. Because if you listen to information today and the information is making sense now, by this time next week, by this time next month, by this time next year, we're going to be talking about something completely different. So you don't want to be spending hours consuming a course that has no relevance to what is happening in the future, instead of looking at information that fundamentally puts you in a position to actually know what to expect. So that's where the difference comes in. So I would say do your research, find out, be in communities like this. On Clubhouse, there are really great people that talk about SEO too, not just me. On podcasts, type out there, see what you get, listen to them, and then try them out for yourself. Or work with somebody who can actually get you to that point where you can actually see it for yourself. Like for me, I do that with clients. Whenever we have conversations, we talk about things. By the time they're with us for a year, 6 months, 3 months, even 4 weeks, they've learned so much about SEO because I'm helping you understand things that are sounding like Greek. They sound very, very foreign. But at the end of the day, when you understand what works for you and what you have and what you decide to keep, then you won't have to worry about the noise outside. So that is something I wanted to just bring to you so you can at least see that. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. The link is available above. And I always send out information. I send out emails, and I'm able to demystify this concept so that you can at least have somewhere to start with and to start from in order to just have a better base of what you're looking for. Does that help?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. These are great questions. Awesome. So, guys, we're talking about commercial keywords today, and this is a part 2. Hey, Luann, good to see you. Been a minute. Commercial keywords. Thank you for the love. Appreciate you. Commercial keywords are huge. Huge. Commercial keywords are huge. And if you listen to part 1, I gave you guys some really interesting things that you can actually see for yourself. Because long term, if you're thinking about SEO for your business, it will help you a great deal. Because that way you're able to understand what you're creating, how you're creating, and then what you're thinking about for yourself, for your business. And that can allow you to get more visibility. So these are the things that you want to think about for yourself and understand where you want to grow. So if you really think about it as a business, you can see where things go. Let me ask you this, said before we even go further. Whenever you go online and you want to shop, where do you shop and why do you shop online to those platforms?
First of all, it's about the price, and secondly is about I just see the review. If I really want to buy something and I know a lot of shop or a lot of companies sell it, I just see the start and the review, and it make me take good decision.
So you trust the reviews?
Yeah, 100%. Even I've heard like some people try to fake it, but it's trustable when people say about something. It's natural. It's a natural. It's natural nature. To know somebody was using this. That's why it has like an experience. And it's trustable.
I love that you said that too, because when somebody reads a review and they feel like 50,000 people have gone through this, then they're not going to be the first one to have a problem because somebody already went through the problem before you did. So it creates a trustworthy bridge. Let me use that word for lack of a better word, because now you're able to really see it from their lens as opposed to you experiencing it firsthand outside of experiences that you didn't have. So I love that you said that, because when you are looking for experiences and looking for things like that, you're searching for those things on the go. Now, when we now dive a little deeper into keywords, what do you use to search for keywords wise? Like, what do you type? Like, just give us the words that you type. It doesn't have to be exact, but on a range basis, what do you search for and why do you use those words to search for those products?
First of all, if I need to charge like something like, for example, I was looking for daycare, and we have baby, we have care, we have like baby and care, because I'm looking for the daycare and I was looking around me with the review, what people say, and I was just I using the strategy, because I know a lot of baby gonna pop up, it's gonna be a product for baby, and when you had care separately, you can have more results more differently, and they're gonna bring you different different result, but it gives you more option to choose.
I love that you mentioned that too, because the word you say at the end, that long tail keyword people always talk about, is what changes everything. Because if you say daycare for 0 to 2 years old, or daycare for XYZ, or daycare Arizona, daycare Hawaii, daycare Idaho, your results will be based off of the last word that you said or that you typed. So when you mention these things, think about them as a strategy for your website, that if somebody's searching for something in your city, in your region, in your county, in your district, in your zip code, in your city, in your state, in your country, then how you're able to do that, even if it's your province, for those who are in Canada listening, if you have content and you have information that is going to allow someone to find you, then your content, like you said with daycare, has to be in the form of a meta title, which is just pretty much a title that is used on search engines for searchability and clickability rates. And then the next thing you want to do now is to take that same keyword and then put that keyword not just in the title, but also in your uniform resource locator, also known as your URL. Because when people say, what is your website? It's www. Or it is domain.com or this.dat, because that's a TLD. A TLD is a top level domain. So if you have a top level domain that is a uniform resource locator with a pathway, because a pathway is /name, /keyword, /search term. Now, when you do those things consistently and you have those things, let's say you serve the DMV area, you're in DC, you're in Maryland, you're in Virginia. Now, if you have your website.com/Virginia/Maryland/DC, then whoever is in DC is going to find the DC page on Google. Whoever is in Virginia is going to find the Virginia page on Google, because Google is only going to give, or let me even widen it up, search engines are going to give results and in form of web pages to searchers, to consumers who are looking for things actively within their area. That's why a lot of people, when they search with their, they search with their location turned on. If your location is turned off, you're going to get skewed data. Imagine you want to go to a restaurant that's like sushi. Like on Sunday, I went to a sushi all you can eat place. And let's say I was looking for sushi, and then I found a location, because I'm in Houston. I found a location maybe somewhere all the way in Miami. I'm not going to be able to go to that sushi spot, even though it has the best reviews, it has the best TikTok responses, all the videos are looking yummy. I can't go there unless I'm actually there, unless I actually decide to fly there or actually make a trip to go there. But I can't get there, even though the reviews are juicy, they're good, they're exciting, they look rad, they look amazing. I can't really experience that because I'm not there. So most people have their locations turned on because they want to make sure that they're getting the best experience nearby. That's really what happens. If I'm looking for restaurants near me, more times than less, let me even say that way, you're going to see a Yelp link, because Yelp is notorious for this. So if you guys are thinking about commercial keywords today, study Yelp, study Wedding Wire, study these platforms, study Amazon, study Best Buy. Because when you're looking for electronics, you're looking for food, you're looking for restaurants, you're looking for hotels, these are the very same links that will help you get to your destination, because they're going to show you these things and they're going to tell you, oh, you're looking for this type of food. Okay, you want seafood? Here you go. You're looking for Chinese food? Here. You're looking for African food? Here. You're looking for Mediterranean food? Here you go. So these types of results are coming because someone somewhere knew that it would be perfectly fit for them to put the link in the form of a URL that has the search term that you are searching with. So if you typed in daycare said, and the results that you got were based on the results that you saw, it's because you saw those results because of where you live. because of the people who have been showing up consistently for those search terms that you show up with. So that's how you're able to now bridge those gaps together. So think about those things, and it would change everything as a business, because you're not just searching or guessing. Now you're thinking about long-term results, long-term for your business. What's up, Dr. Tavis? Good to see you here as well. Coach Z, thank you for being here too. I see you as well, Zach Black and Da Vinci. So you guys think about it this way. The moment you reside in information places that you're able to be like, okay, I want to reside in this area. I want to be in here. The same way you choose your car, the same way you choose your house, the same way you choose your address, the same way you choose a name for your child, the same way you choose where you want to invest in. All these decisions you're making, thank you so much for that, Coach Z. Appreciate you for the coins. When you start to make those decisions, it changes how you process things. Because as a business, what is really going to make your business last is the number of pages you have. The same way when you read a book, you expand your vocabulary. It's the same way when you build a website, the more pages you have, the more responses you get. If you have a website and that website only has 2 pages or 3 pages, that's all you're going to get. Home page, about page, contact page. That's about it. No one can go past that point. Now, when you think about websites, you're no longer just thinking about websites, you're thinking about sitemaps. Because a sitemap is technically a route to your website. I always say the sitemap is the brain for your website. Because let's say you have guest bloggers or guest writers, or you have yourself as a user, as a writer. Let's say you have 5 writers on your website. Think about Forbes. Think about New York Times. Think about HuffingSpot. Think about your favorite newsletter or your favorite news reporter. Or let's say you watch the news and you have 5 reporters or 5 journalists. Those 5 journalists, those 5 reporters have 5 individual links, have 5 unique pages, have 5 unique personalities. You might like this person because this person smiles better than the other one, or this one sounds better than the other one, or this one articulates themselves better than the other one. There's going to be a reason why you like one person over the other. You like what you like. So when you have those things on your sitemap, on your website, you have 5 different users. So you might say, okay, I'm going to use this user or that user for this reason or that reason. If I send an email and now there are 5 people in my email and I say, okay, James from here, or Adam from here, or Mary from here, or Jonah from here, or Liz from here. Those names is what they're going to see first. So if they like Liz better than they like James, then they're going to open Liz emails more than they're going to open James email. Now that sitemap is that's what people are going to refer back to. So when you have a website, your website is not just pages. It is a map. The higher your map is, the more robust your map is, the more people can use your map. Just imagine if Google Maps only had one address, or had your address only, or had an address that is the only address available on Google. You're not going to use that platform so much because you're not given options. That's why even with Apple is about to release their new flagship next month, September. You're going to see the new iPhones, and those iPhones are going to have different colors. They're going to have different sizes. They're going to have different things. So you're going to choose what you like. So when you start thinking about your website, don't just think, oh, one way. Think about it in multiple ways and ask yourself, how will people find me? If people can't find me through this page, maybe they'll find me through this other page. And now it makes more sense when you're able to piece it together, and it helps you have a much better, outstanding exposure for your brand than just focusing on one different, surface line, as opposed to just having completely different pages for different purposes. What did you want to say, Seth? We'd love to hear your thoughts too.
Yeah, you 100% right, because you just talk about what is the website you just said? Yeah, it is agent ready. And I just go to the website and I tap the name of the website I know. It have like 21, and that 21 about basic presence. And I go down and see what they say about the result. They say no link header found on the home page. They try to show all mistake the website had. That's very interesting, and thank you for the website, because I try it just right now when you just say that.
You're welcome. I'm happy you're testing these things out, because I just want people to understand it. I want you to be able to see it, and that way where this is coming from. We're talking about commercial keywords, right? The seed word, and I'm sure you saw something there. That's why I'm coming back to you. Said you see there's discoverability, there's content, there's bot access control, there's API, auth, MCP, and skill discovery. And then the last one is commerce. So we talk about commercial keywords, and the seed word here is commerce. Now, when you think about websites, Shopify, WooCommerce, you think about Big Commerce, you think about Magento, Wix, stores, whatever it is that you're using, Shopify, Squarespace, we build them all. You think about e-commerce, right? Email, electronic mail, e-commerce, electronic commerce. So these words that we just throw around and just paint the wall dry, we need to start thinking about what the technical meanings and the scientific terminologies mean. Because that way, we're not guessing, we're forecasting, we're placing a statement, we're putting things straight, we're putting things right. So when you see that thing that says commerce, it tells you, oh, okay, you have it there. UCP, which is Universal Commerce Protocol. What is the goal? The goal is to enable content payments via Universe Commerce Protocol. So if you don't have a website that has Universe Commerce Protocol, which means you don't accept Visa, MasterCard, Discovery, Amex, which is American Express, you don't have those things, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, whatever it is that you're going to use as a form of payment, it's going to be hard for someone to make a payment. So for you to receive a payment, you need to create the space for that payment to be made. Commerce does not involve just words, it involves currency. So if you're able to think about your website and ask yourself, am I actually making money on my website? The next question should be, how am I making money on my website in a way that is commercially viable, that is actually accessible, and is actually trustworthy? On top of that, if you don't have a HTTPS on your website, which people just take for granted, it's going to be hard, because a HTTPS, honestly, if I think about it, it's like breathing. It's like breathing, because if you don't breathe, you're not going to breathe in, breathe out, because you want to breathe. You want to have life. You want to inhale. You want to exhale. That's the whole point of breathing. So your website needs to breathe, and that breathing is your HTTPS. Because if you have a HTTP, which is a hypertext transfer protocol, and there is no S, which stands for secure, then it's going to be hard for someone to leave their card on file, because no one's going to look for a website that's going to make them feel worried about what they purchased. Now they can't even access it because they've been hacked. Nobody wants that. Everybody wants a secure pathway to success. So if you want to create that pathway to success, then let that person feel like, oh my goodness, this person cares so much about me that they've given me so many options: Affirm, Cash App, Link Pay. I have so many things I can be able to use to be able to now make my purchase. Stripe, there are so many options you can choose from. But when somebody's using those platforms, it's because they know that somebody's going to make a payment, and they don't have to worry about what payment they're using or what payment method they're using. So when you think about commercial keywords, think about those things in the form of your website. Does your website have these things on file? Do you have a placement that people can actually connect with you? Have you made sure your website is registered with ICANN? These are things that you want to think about so that you don't have to worry about them in the future, because commercial keywords are going to be there. Best, alternative, it helps. We've worked with clients where if you type in on Google alternatives to Hobby Lobby, you're going to see a website there. Shout out to aokpower.com. That's a client that we've worked with. They sell power tools, and they have about 5 different locations in the United States. And when we worked with them in the beginning, they had no web presence. They were nowhere to be seen online. Now they're doing well. If you look for commercial keywords, we have another client, his birthday was yesterday, and shout out to David Pizzat. And if you go to Google and type in Texas Airbnb photography, he's been doing photography for over 20 years. He's an OG. Like, he's been doing wedding photography, product photography, but he said, I want to focus on Airbnb photography. Favor, how can I get there? And he was spending money on ads. How much money are you going to spend on ads to be relevant when you could have just spent your time on focusing on the people that need you, so that in real time they can find you when you're accessible? That's the difference. So now people can do that. We work with real estate companies too. When you're looking for things, you're like, okay, someone's looking for this realtor or for this business or for this, for that. It's making more sense because you're spending less time trying to spend money that you don't have, trying to impress people that don't care. People care about what they want. So when they want it, they get it. That's why we always say in marketing, give them what they want first and then give them what they need after. Because what they want is right now. What they need, they probably need that in the future. But if they need that ASAP, then they're going to get what they want today. So think about it that way, and it will change your life about how you perceive things. And that way it's easier for people to access you because now you're actually connecting with people over time. So it just makes more sense when you're thinking about your business and not just caring about, oh, I have this website. Oh, I'm on social media. Oh, this is happening. What if social media goes down today? What will you do? Where will you go? Who will be able to find you? Those are real questions. Those are very valid questions. But at the end of the day, your answer and your response to that should be, okay, I love to be on social media. I love to be on these platforms. But if I have 10 posts on TikTok, do I have 10 blogs on my website that match the 10? Like, do you match it, right? If I put Uno 2+, somebody else does 2+, and then somebody does 4+, right? That means somebody's going to pick 4 + 4, 8. They're going to pick 8 cards off the deck. Now imagine you've matched that up with your website. So now people are having 8 pages on your website, which is yours. They also have 8 posts they can go to on Facebook, 8 posts on Instagram, 8 posts on LinkedIn, 8 posts, 8 posts, 8 posts. Before you know it, you've compounded that 8 times 5 platforms, including your website. Now you have a strong portfolio and you don't have to repeat yourself because you're showing up everywhere that people are looking for you. So the whole idea is not just to create content that just shows up for happenstance reasons, but you want to make sure that people can find your content in a place that they can actually connect with you the most. Now, I'm going to define this word so that we can talk about this today. What are commercial keywords? Commercial keywords, because we've talked about informational keywords, we've talked about navigational keywords, we've talked about commercial keywords twice. This is the second part. Part 1 is available. Listen to it in the Marketing Club in the replay, or listen to WeDon'tPlayPodcast.com to listen to the replay. Commercial keywords. We're going to go to transactional keywords next. That's going to be our next one. That's going to happen this week. And if you guys are here and you have a pink ticket, please make sure that you don't leave this place without cashing in your ticket. At the very top that says Marketing Club, click Marketing Club and cash in your ticket for free. We have 356,602 members in here. So I always put it in the house chat so you guys can get access to this information if you ever need it. So that way you don't miss out on any information like this. Now, commercial keywords are specific words that are related to search queries. Specific words that are related to search queries that indicate intent to buy. Now, when you say intent, it means that I'm at the verge of making a purchase, but I need to make a firm decision, an executive decision, a business decision, a valid decision about what I want to buy or what I want to purchase or what I want to invest or what I want to get, right? So if you have a business and you want your business to show up as a website for the results that you seek, then commercially, your web pages have to have these keywords in them. Things like alternatives to this, best this versus that. Those are very valid things that you want to think about, right? Buy now, product solution, right? Buy, discount, demo, service, vendor, special, deal, right? Pricing. You always see that a lot. This website.com/pricing, especially now with AI platforms, with ChatGPT, with Manus, with Cloud. You go to their website.com/pricing. Course platforms have the same thing too. If you have a subscription platform, you go there too. If it's Netflix, if it's HBO, if it's Disney Plus, if it's Hulu, wherever you want to go, you're going to find a pricing page. That pricing page is telling you that we sell here. We are commercialized. We have something for you to buy. That is an indirect way of saying, hey, we're over here. Hey, we're out here. Hey, find us out or check us out or buy this or buy that. You don't have to buy it, but at some point you're going to need it if that's what you're searching for, right? Just like you said with reviews, if you go to Amazon, Amazon has different buttons. I've talked about this before when it comes to colors. What's up, Rachel? Good to see you. I owe you a message. When you look at your content, right, and you look at your information, you see it from a perspective of, oh, this is what they mean. Because when you look at Amazon, let's stay on Amazon. If you look at Amazon, they have about 3 colors. 3 colors, guys. 3 colors. They have 3 colors. Of course, they have different colors out there, but they have 3 major colors. The first color that they have is yellow. That's the first color you're going to see, especially if you have Amazon Prime. I'm sure, I don't know if I have Amazon Prime, so I don't know what it looks like without Amazon Prime, but I'm telling you from Amazon Prime's perspective, it should be the same across the board, but it might be different. Who knows? You can tell me if it looks different on yours. But with Amazon Prime, the first color you see is yellow. Why is it yellow? Because yellow is happy, happy-go-lucky. Yeah. Click, 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 click. Before you know it, you're clicking. And then within the next 5 to 10 minutes, now you're doing this. That's literally the cycle. So before you hear that second sound effect, after you did the first effect, now you want to add to cart because you've watched a video, because you heard about it, because you saw it on TV, because you saw it somewhere, or maybe someone recommended it to you, or maybe that's something you've been looking for a long time, or maybe that's in the registry. That's something that you're going to see. So it's yellow. Once it's yellow, you're like, okay, yellow, click, here you go. The second color you see is orange, because yellow is add to cart and orange is buy now. Success leaves clues. Yeah, your brand might be green. Your brand palette, your color palette might be pink. It might be brown. It might be turquoise. It might be magenta. It might be whatever it is that you want to put out there, right? Now, if you start thinking about those things, right? I think it's magenta, or magenta is like a pinkish color. There's mauve, there's burgundy, there's orange. All these colors of the rainbow, they're all out there, right? Different palettes. You can go to this website called coolors.co, coolors.co. It's a free website. I'll give you guys 2 free websites today to commercially help yourselves. And you're welcome. Check these websites out and it will help you a great deal, right? Choose your colors wisely. Choose your fonts wisely. Choose your styles wisely, because you could be one font away from a sale. You could be one color away from a sale. You could be one color away from a sale, because with Amazon, they do yellow, add to cart, and then their orange is buy now. Then they also have another color that is blue. I think it's called informed delivery, something like that, or add to delivery, where you've just purchased and now you have a blue button that's adding more to the cart. It's no longer yellow anymore. It's blue. So these colors are important. So you can put them on your website and test it out. You can put them in your email and test it out. That's the best way to test. Test it in your email, test it in your ads. Commercially, let people click on it. If you put a yellow button and then you put a red button, or you put an orange button, you put a green button, and then you see, oh, people are clicking yellow. That means people are seeing it. That means people are clicking on it. If you also see the button is also not small. It's literally across your screen. It's wide. So people say, oh, that's a big button. Let me click on it, right? The text is black. You might change it to white if you want to. Test it out and see. But you want to know exactly what are people thinking, because commercially, it's all about psychology. If you want more information like this, click the link above. This will take you to my link. You can sign up to our newsletter. You can book a call with me if you need a website, if you need SEO done for your website, if you just want SEO training or SEO consultation. We can help your business grow and make sure you can see these things within 4 weeks, within 12 weeks, or 24 weeks, depending on the package that you choose. Or just sign up and get emails like this that you can learn more in your inbox about stuff that we talk about at this level. And I also send some really exclusive stuff in there. So if you want to get more information, please click the link above and that will take you there to my link. Or if you want to be on the podcast, that's fine too. Listen to the We Don't Play Podcast show at wedon'tplaypodcast.com. That's wedon'tplaypodcast.com. So these things I'm telling you are for free. You can Google them, you can check them out, you can do your research, but I'm just here to stir the pot. I'm just here to tell you that, okay, if we need these things, it has to make a lot of sense. Now, with commercial, there are two types of intent. There's high commercial intent and there's low commercial intent. High commercial intent means that these are people who are ready to buy your solution right now. Low intent means people who are interested, but they're not ready to make a commitment just yet. You need to know who these people are. You need to know, okay, add to cart means that it is possibly low intent. Then high intent is orange rather, because people are going to click buy now, right? Low intent means, oh, I'm going to add to my cart. I'm sure a lot of us have a lot of things in our cart on Amazon or in TikTok or on Temu, wherever you shop at, or your favorite website. You can find that, or your DoorDash or your Grubhub or your Instacart. You have these things there. And thank you so much for the thumbs up, my brother. Appreciate you. So this tells you that you have these things in your cart for a while. For me, I've had something in my cart for a long time and I'm planning to get it today because I'm like, okay, now it's finally time to get it, which is an Apple Watch. Because I've been thinking about it. I said, you know what? I'm going to take my fitness seriously. I've just signed up with a personal trainer. I'm getting things done right. I love to swim. I'm getting back in that routine. You know, I'm doing things actively and I have someone who's an accountability partner to help me. This Amazon cart I've been having within this Apple Watch has been there, I think, since December of last year, because I had an Apple Watch before. It was the old one, the very, very old one. And then the face dropped and things just broke out. I don't know what happened. And just, I've not had an Apple Watch the whole year. But I said, you know what? I'm going to get it. And now I'm finally saying, okay, now it's time to get it. That's the Apple Watch Series 11. So I'm like, okay, finally, it's time to get it. But it's been in my cart for a whole year. I'm sure there are things in your cart you've been waiting to buy for a whole year, or for more than that or less than that, because you're not ready to buy. But your intention is to buy. Your intention is to make a purchase. So it's the same thing that applies to you that applies to me. We're saying the same thing here. So if you think about it as a business and ask yourself, okay, maybe I'm ready to buy this now. Maybe I'm not ready to buy this now. Maybe I just need some more time. That's totally fine. Nobody's pressuring you. Nobody's forcing you. It's not by force. You can do it at your own leisure, at your own time, when you feel like it, when you sound like, okay, now it makes sense. Now I actually need to get it. You can do that. So it's really dependent on what you want to do. But when you think about it from a business website perspective, yes, you have to start thinking about commercial intent. Am I going to buy it now, or am I going to buy it later? Now, when you start thinking about buying things now, it's because you have the need for it at the moment. If it's not something you need at the moment, it's going to be different, right? Because commercially intentful keywords, or I can even say this way, commercially intentional keywords, they act as a tip of the pyramid in your SEO strategy. I know we're talking about business website strategy here, but SEO is part of the strategy, because your most commercially important pages that should target people are going to be your homepage, it's going to be your product page, it's going to be your service page, it's going to be your pricing page, it's going to be your demo page. These are the pages that are going to do a lot of good for you. I'll say them again. Your homepage, your product page, your service page, your pricing page, your demo page. Your about page is there. It's fine. Your contact page is great. That could also help because people are going to make an inquiry. But your product page, your service page, your checkout page, that's where people are going to start commercially connecting with you. And we're going to talk about transactional keywords next. But this is the things that if you don't think about today, it's going to be a problem in the future. Because if you have keywords on your website that have highly commercial intentional keywords, you maximize the chance of success rates by huge margins, because when a buyer decides to make a purchase, they're reading what is on the screen. They're reading what is on their phones. They're reading what is on their desktops. They're reading what is on their tablets. So the more you're able to show them and say, hey, this is what I want to buy, this is what I want to purchase, this is what I want to get, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to invest in, then you're like, okay, now it's time to actually make that investment or make that payment, because now I know what I'm looking for. That's where everything changes. So your business is going to change massively when you start thinking about these things and asking yourself, okay, I have a podcast, I have a business, I have something I want to share with people. How am I going to be able to do that as well? So you think about those things long term and ask yourself, what do you want to do with what you have, because at the end of the day, I can't tell you what to do with your money at all. You can do what you want with your money, but at the end of the day, you have to decide what you're going to spend on, what you're going to invest in, how you're going to invest, where you're going to invest, why you're investing. Now, when you have a website, you have to categorize them into 5 words, and we're about to close because I wanted to make sure I can dive deeper into this topic. So if you have a question, put it in the chat or raise your hand and ask me so we can close out very soon. That will be in the next 5 minutes. You have to think about these 5 categories: 1-word sentences, 2-word sentences, 3-word sentences, 4-word sentences, and 5-word sentences. The more you say these sentences or repeat these words within your copy, within your website, within your pages, the more intentional you become, because now people feel like, okay, this person actually has something to buy or somebody has something to sell. That's where the commercially intentional comes in. Because when you're intentional, you're meticulous about things. You're intentional about what you're showing. If you don't want people to know that you buy this or sell this, then they wouldn't know. If I wasn't going to tell you about an Apple Watch, you wouldn't know. But now you might say, oh yeah, maybe I want that. Even on Sunday, I bought a shawarma, and somebody, when I said it to the person, and she was like, oh yeah, I wanted one too. Thank God we had more than what we bought more than what we needed. And we said, okay, here you go. You can have one of our shawarmas too. And she was literally like, she was like, I want this shawarma now. And I was like, here you go. You didn't ask for it, but you felt like you wanted one. But now you might want to buy a shawarma after listening to this, because that's probably what you like. Or you might want to buy wings, or you might want to buy pizza, or you might want to buy your favorite meal, your favorite dinner. So it changes. Today is Tuesday. Happy Taco Tuesday. I got me some tacos. After this, I'm going to be eating some tacos after this, because I was like, you know what? It's Taco Tuesday. Why not? So it's up to you to decide what you want to do. You might want to buy tacos on Sunday. That's totally fine. You can do whatever you want, because it's your world, it's your day, it's your money, it's your life. But at the end of the day, you decide, why am I doing this? I'm not pleasing anybody. I'm just doing it for myself. So when you start thinking about commercially intentional keywords as a business, from a producer standpoint, the more you can give people things that you can actually show up for. So if you can say, hey, here's my product, and here are the frequently asked questions about this product, then it means that you don't have to ask another question, because I've answered all your questions. It just makes sense. It just helps you have a better day, and have you have a better sale, and have you have a better conversation. So the goal is not just to sell, is to educate, and then make a decision. That decision is going to be a purchase. You might take that purchase seriously, you might buy it casually, but at the end of the day, a purchase has been made. So with that said, I'm glad we talked about this today. We've really drilled down this topic, and I'm going to talk about transactional keywords next. But said, I would love to hear from you. What would you say is your final takeaway from the room? What stuck out the most to you, and why?
Anthony, can you just drop a little bit? Can you just repeat the question?
What was your biggest takeaway from the room, and why?
First of all, the biggest takeaway, I'm facing between a true reality AI, and you break it down, and you break it down, and we today really understand the way AI can be used. And secondly, the why is because it helps us to really understand how the industry is working right now. And you already explored a lot of things, not only about the commercial keyword, but you're talking about the website, and you're talking even about how we can use strategy and AI, to be more relevant. So why is gonna help us, like I said, to have better decision, and as an entrepreneur or like an SEO venture, so we can really understand, if I can say that.
I appreciate that, said. Thank you. I'm glad that we, brought this, and you had some really good questions at the beginning of this room. So thank you for bringing this up today.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Y'all, thank you for being here. I know this has been a lot of information to take in, a lot. So I hope you're able to learn this, take this in, and just understand where we're coming from, where we're going, and why we're doing this, so that it's not hard for you to take this initiative. But commercially, think about what you want to do with your business and ask yourself why. What are the words you want to use? Why do you want to use these words? And when do you want to use these words? It's not what you say, it's how you say. And I've given you guys completely different examples. Test them out, check them out, try them out, and then see what you get as a result. So I'm glad that I was able to talk about this today and give you the insight that you're looking for. By the end of the day, think about this long term and ask yourself, where are you going in 2026, come 2027, and do you have the right tools in place? If you have more questions, if you have thoughts, if you have decisions to make, if you have a website you need to take care of, reach out to me, click on my profile, send me a DM here on Clubhouse, or just book a call with me. Listen to this replay and check out the information, and then let's get on a call. Let's talk about this privately and get your business sorted out so that you can have the best results for your business long term. So with that said, thank you all for listening. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, Seth, for coming up. Thank you, Camille, Keisha, Luan, Coach Z, Ashish, my brother. Thank you, Malik. Appreciate you. Max, appreciate you as well. Charmaine, thank you for being here. Lindsay, Amen. BMNS, Nathaniel, Elizabeth, and Angie, and everyone as well who has been here. Appreciate each and every one of you for listening, and those who are also going to listen to the replay. I hope you guys have a blessed Tuesday. Enjoy yourselves, stay blessed, stay hydrated, stay out of trouble, and I'll see you guys in the next series as we wrap up this keyword series on keywords based content. The next one is going to be transactional keywords, and after that we're going to go back into a regular schedule. But for now, enjoy this information, take this home, listen to the replay, take action, and let me know what you find, because that way we're able to now understand, okay, we're on the same path, we're talking the same thing, we're not crazy, we're doing these things and we're doing them right because we want to make the world a better place for each other. So until then, take care everyone, and I'll see you guys in the next room. Bye for now.